Welcome to Waves of Awareness, the podcast that is bringing the voices and personalities of people with disabilities to the community.
Listening along to learn more about the daily life of me and my friends, the resources available to us and our families, and how this podcast is chatting job for me and others with disability in this community.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Waves of Awareness. We have a full table today. It is our last episode of season 10. Thanks for being here with us today. Let's meet everybody who's at the table. I'm Stacey Davis, joined with our spectacular co-host, Mr. Johnny Sunshine. How are you, John?
I'm fine. Jesus Christ, love me, call me Johnny Sunshine, shine night or day.
Awesome. We also have a team of our early learning department here with us. We have Miss Jen Choate. How are you, Jen?
I'm great. Good to see you.
You're a repeat offender. You've been here
I am.
already this season. So welcome back.
Thanks.
We also have Katie McDonald from previous seasons.
Yes.
How are you?
I am great. Happy to be here.
Good. And then we have the leader of the pack, Miss Gina Wilson. She's been on here a lot as well in previous seasons. How are you, Gina?
I'm great. Thanks for having us.
No, thank you. I think today is all about you ladies. And John told us off mic earlier, he wants to get to know the ladies first. So let's dive in. John, do you have a question for the ladies to get started?
First, I say, Jesus Christ love you, Jesus Christ love you, Jesus Christ love you, Jesus God love you. And they call me Johnny Sunshine. And God go in your peace. Okay, I got a little question. What do you do with those kids?
I love that one. What do you do with this kid?
Take that.
Oh, gosh. I'll take it. A lot of playing. We play all day, every day, and it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work, too.
But what age they are?
Yeah, so we work with children ages birth all the way to 5 years old.
Oh, good. Well, sometimes you might have to spank them if they get out of the hand. I hope not. Well, maybe not most
we
of the
don't
little
do
kids.
that.
The
We
big
don't do
kids,
that.
You have to give them a spank, but the little ones, you don't have to.
No, we just give them bubbles and stickers and
Oh,
fun
okay, that's
things.
good. Not the big kids. They get a little wild, but the little ones don't.
Yeah, disclaimer, Waves does not spank.
Never. No, we might work with parents on other strategies for behavior, but that's not one of them.
Huh?
You want to ask him about behavioral strategies?
Yeah. I mean, what you asked me, J.C.?
Let's ask them about what are some of those behavioral strategies that they utilize instead of spanking.
Yeah, what kind of behavior do they get? You know, do they sometimes, or they say, no. You say that? That's good. They will mind. They innocent look. But the other ones, a little older, 11, 12, well, they got to be a little more hothead, you know what I mean? But the little ones you control is fine. That's good.
The hotheads are always my favorite. I love the children who are a little spicy and push the rules a little bit.
Yeah, but what about the big ones, though? You don't do that.
Yeah, after they turn 5, it's not,
Not
that's
over
someone
that.
else's problem, not. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Thank
They go to the
you.
school system and
I'm just wondering, you know, like, that's good. Even though little ones can be spicy. That's, you can handle it, yeah. Yeah, okay.
We like to teach them what to do instead of punishing them when they've done the wrong thing. So we will set them up using different behavioral strategies to be successful, and we empower them so that they know how to make the right choices.
All right, that's good. That's good. And what are the hours? 6 to 9?
our hours of service. We can work on weekends, but typically we're Monday through Fridays, 8 to 5, I would say. It
8
depends.
to 5 all day?
I know.
Every day.
Well, they're young. They don't get sleepy and nothing like that. You know, that's good. All right, 8 to 5.
Yeah, we follow what parents need, so follow their schedules.
You got to take a break once. Well, 8 to 5, long kids are long. You got to take them out recess and everything. And
Yep.
Eat your lunch.
Well, it's not 8 to 5 with one kid.
Yes.
We spend about 1 hour with each child, and then we move to the next family or a classroom where we see a child. So it's 1 hour at a time.
Don't they have a lunchroom?
Well, we see families in their homes for an hour, or we could go to a child care center for an hour and see them. So we're in our cars a lot, traveling place to place. So sometimes we can go home for lunch. Sometimes we have just a quick one in the car, but typically we're in homes and schools.
Okay. Yeah.
I know, when you're home eating your lunch, think about us, okay?
Well, now I do. I didn't know.
We all have lunch boxes in our cars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
What about your liquid stuff? You got to keep it cold to get warm. I like it
cooler.
cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're well taken care of.
All right. Well, that's good. You got an ice box over your school for the kids?
Yep.
All right, that's good. Well, that's good. How about dessert like cake? Yummy cakes.
Yeah, I would say, John, that these ladies and their whole team, they have a team of 27 early interventionists total serving the kids that we have in our program. I would say that they are really good planners, and they probably map out their entire day. And so food is accounted for throughout their day, in addition to all of the kids that they have to see and provide therapy
Oh, all
to.
right.
What do you think?
Okay.
Why don't we learn who do they support? Who can receive services through the Waves Early Learning Program?
Boy. Yeah. I know you have to get a license from the state to help the kids.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
But who will you talk to then?
So if a family has a concern about their child's development, they might have talked with their pediatrician, or they can make a referral themselves. They make a referral through the state website or by a phone call. And then if they're eligible for services, then they contract us to come and do developmental therapy with their family.
Okay, that's good.
And these
Yeah,
are
that's good.
children identified at a young age that might have a delay in one specific area of development. They might have a delay in speech or motor skills, or they might have a delay in 2 or more areas and can qualify that way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Don't they have a playground or plaything for about an hour or something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so a typical therapy session, like I said earlier, we give parents the choice if they want us to come in home, in their environment, and do the session, or we can go to a child care center. But a typical visit is an hour. We talk with the parents about, what is their focus for their child, what are they seeing day to day. Like I said earlier, we play. It looks like a lot of play, but it's work. We develop strategies with them in their daily routines to help them get successful towards their goals and their focus with their children. And then we wrap up and on to the next little one.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. But how you pick them up by the school bus, or you let the parents do it?
We go to their home.
Oh, you do?
We're the ones traveling.
Oh, you pick them up too?
No,
Yeah.
they stay home.
Yeah, we don't have a facility for these kids. We meet them in their what we call natural environments. And so we go to
okay.
the home where the parent already is, or we go to the school where the
Oh.
kid's at. So we meet the kid where they are in their community.
Okay, that's good. Oh, I didn't know. That's good. Alrighty. Alrighty, that's good.
So, ladies, can you tell us why is this important? Why developmental therapy? Why does it matter 0 to 5?
I feel like we could say so much. Yeah, early intervention in general is extremely important. I mean, these early days and years are setting us up for future successes. And what we provide is more information on development overall. We're there to connect families to their communities and resources that they may not have known prior to. And often these are their communities for life, and they're setting up the foundation now. So we highly encourage anyone that is looking for more information about development, is curious about TEIS, Tennessee Early Intervention Services, or early learning in general, to reach out and learn more.
I think early intervention is important because we're so connected with the caregivers, and we're empowering parents and teachers who are the ones who are there working with these children all day, every day, so that they can carry on these strategies throughout the week, not just during the 1 hour when we're there. So it really is setting them up for success as parents and caregivers to work with these children. And we want to help them get an early start and develop these skills, as quickly as they can while they're young.
For me, in a way, it was a personal mission. Eric was born almost 40 years ago, and he had Down syndrome. And as much as I wanted him to be like other babies, just about everything about him was different. And we struggled. Like, we didn't have a Jen or a Katie to come and show us how to do these things and empower him. We just kind of struggled through it. So as the years went and I found out about developmental therapy, I just felt like every family needs developmental therapy to help their child and to empower them and help them grow.
Yeah, I feel like what you guys are doing is like truly laying a foundation for the child's future. And so regardless of ability or disability, every child needs to have some sort of developmental help. And most parents are equipped, to help a typically developed child. But I can't imagine like what you were talking about, like having a child and just being like, okay, what happens now? Like, what is next? So how does a child get into the program?
Most of our referrals come from pediatricians. Maybe the caregiver has taken the child in for a regular appointment, and the pediatrician says, I think TEIS might be able to help you. Maybe the child is 18 months old and not walking, and we will get a lot of children right before they turn 2 because they're not talking. So most of our referrals come directly from pediatricians. And a lot of our referrals also come from the parents. They will just go to TEIS and just will make the referral because they just feel like they need more support. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of the referrals come from a variety of places, including friends and preschool teachers, maybe preschool directors, and folks who are interested in this child.
What is it? Oh boy, I'm supposed to say something, but oh man. Can you hear me? Yeah. How many programs there are? Huh? Oh yeah. How many kids you got? Each one.
Oh,
Personally, no.
We have a lot.
we do. This is an exciting question.
I feel like, Gina, you should announce
I
it.
think
You're
so
as
too.
our leader.
As our leader. We recently hit a big milestone.
Yes, we did.
Wow, about 10 of them each.
Oh, Johnny Sunshine.
Oh,
Oof.
hang on.
Okay, just to show perspective, when it was the Jen and Gina show just 9 years ago, we had 29 children in our program. And then as of around, I guess, the 1st of May, we hit the 500 child mark. So we have
500.
We have
oh boy.
500 children in our program, but we're growing so rapidly. Here it is, not even the end of May, and we have 527 children already.
Oh wow. You better make this other place bigger.
That's right.
That is true.
We're growing. We
have been.
added a lot of new coworkers that we're excited about. We're not just in Williamson County, we're in surrounding counties as well. So a lot of fun growth.
Why or is this growth important? Like, why do you see this kind of growth happening? Can you just talk about like why this number is special?
There's lots of reasons for the growth. Not that I'm partial to our team, but we are amazing and we serve our families incredibly well. But there's lots of reasons for the growth. When we were just starting off, like with the 29 children, we only served a part of Williamson County. And then one thing happened and then another. And now we are serving all of Williamson, all of Murray, all of Hickman and Perry. And then we're helping out our neighbors in Rutherford and Davidson. But there's another reason we have grown so much, and that is because we used to serve children from birth until their 3rd birthday. And now we are serving children all the way until they enter kindergarten. So they can be almost 6 years old. So that's a big reason for the growth, too.
That is super exciting. What is that breakdown? Because we talked earlier, like for those that are doing math in their head, you've got 27 staff members. What's that breakdown to approximately? Because I know not everybody's full-time, some are part-time. About how many kids, like how many kids do y'all have in the program, not like personally, physically?
Personally.
Well, we've got 530 children divided by, let's just say, 30. So we've all got an average of, is that like 17 or something?
I don't know. I'm not in this for math.
No.
Oh, well, I guess
Roughly,
I'm missing that.
So we've got, let's say, 530 children, and we have 27 people. So that's almost 20. It's a lot of children.
Yeah,
So that
it
averages
is.
out
Wow.
to about 20 children each. But think of it this way: I only have 2. And they only have, a dozen each.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
I
the
have
rest of
12.
the staff are covering all the rest of those children. So we're busy.
We are
Yes.
busy.
Yes.
Y'all stay in the road.
It's never
going.
boring.
Oh, I bet. Well, do you want, like, talking about that, like, do you want to talk about, like, what a typical day looks like for an early interventionist?
A typical day, well, hopefully we're good planners, like you said, because we do have to, strategize. Like, we try to kind of group things so we're not driving back and forth across town. How can I try my best to schedule back to back pretty close together? So, it might mean 4 or 5 visits in a day. It might mean some paperwork scattered between or at the end of the day. Right. There's always changes. Yeah. I mean, this morning I left the house expecting to do 2 visits and then come and record the podcast, and I ended up doing 3. So I managed to connect with the family and get another one in there. So it changes all the time. We're very flexible.
Yeah, adaptability is, I would say, one of the big words that we use. Is you have to be adaptable because we get sick, little ones get sick. I mean,
schedules change. I had a family with a flat tire last week. We had to reschedule for another day. So there's lots of moving parts.
Yeah, and that's what I love most about developmental therapy too, is because we really are in their lives, in a respectable amount, obviously, but we are flexible with them and understand, if you get a flat tire or, a lot of what we do is routine based, we often say. So like if a family needs to clean out their sock drawer, we're going to figure out a way to work on these goals, to make these things realistic, fit into their daily lives. And I think that just is a really neat approach. And research shows us that's what helps these families become successful and children become successful.
You mentioned that we see these children in their natural environment, and that might be home, it might be at school, it might be at the grocery store or at a park or a playground, just depending on what their day looks like. We might know that ahead of time, and we might not. We might get there and they say, hey, can we go take a walk and go to the playground? Sure. So it's fun, but it's also just meeting that family where they are.
I feel that that's super important, and I feel like that is a common thread that you can find within Waves is that we're trying to meet everybody where they are and help elevate and empower them to the best of their ability and to ours. That's kind of like the common thing, and I absolutely love that. You talk a lot about caregivers because this is developmental therapy for children. So what are the benefits that a caregiver would get from Waves Early Learning?
My answer is all that's coming. There's so many words coming. I so much. I mean, someone just to like say that, hey, everything's okay. I'm here with you. An advocate.
Or this is really hard.
Or this is really hard.
And you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And we're going to be here with you along the way. You're not alone.
Yeah.
We have great resources. Some of our greatest resources are each other. On the team, we have lots of different expertise, and we turn to each other to help each other out.
Yeah, there's nothing that a parent or a caregiver could say that is scary or overwhelming or we haven't heard. And if we don't know, we have 3 or 4 people on the team that do, and we connect them. So it's just someone that can provide some understanding, a listening ear, and maybe a deep breath.
And make things better, make things less scary. Because a lot of parents, when they have this child, maybe they've never heard of this before, and it's terrifying. And so we can be there to help them. We might even connect them to other families, and we're there along the way.
Our job is really to be a coach for them and to help them along the way. And I feel like part of my job is to give them something that's really manageable. So between now and the next time I see you, what's this one small thing to work on? Because it can feel really overwhelming if we think about all the things. So if I can leave them with just one little nugget,
Just as important as knowing child development is knowing how to meet that parent where they are, not giving them too much, not giving them too much and overwhelming them, or not giving them enough. So we're all pretty good at reading parents. We have all different kinds of parents.
That's all self-learned, right?
Oh
Like how
no,
to
we
read.
have lots of
Okay.
training on that too. Our parents, or I keep saying parents, and really what I should say is caregivers, because it could be a preschool teacher, and it could be a parent, could be a foster parent, could be another family member, but knowing how to meet them where they are is a very important part of what we do.
I love that. I think as y'all spoke, like the words that kept coming to my mind were like comfort and peace of mind. Like those are things that you guys, in addition to the resources and everything else that you're providing for the child, like I feel like that's what I was hearing from y'all. Do y'all have any stories or memories or
Do we have any stories?
that you would be able to share on the podcast?
Gosh.
I think there's always a story of the child who took their first steps, or hearing some words that you weren't expecting, and getting to experience that with a family is just a treat.
Yeah.
Maybe this is self-centered, but I love it when I walk in and that child maybe for the first time says Gina. And maybe along the way it's been or Gaga or whatever, and they finally have the name, and it brings tears to my eyes every single time.
Yeah, I can remember 8 years ago, Gina said, no day will be the same. And I don't think I've ever had a repeat day or a repeat event. I mean, we're in home, so sometimes there's a chicken running around. Sometimes,
Or a snake.
Yes, or a snake.
Yes.
Or you get to try, we're lucky because we get to visit other cultures too. So we get to be part of their world, which is fun. So you get try something yummy, or, all of a sudden you're sitting in a dentist chair and you're like, this isn't my dentist, but you're helping a child with that. So there's just so many wild, funny, silly things that happen. It keeps it interesting, for sure.
I had a very interesting adventure. 2 years ago, I was on a ski trip with the Special Olympic athletes, and one of my athletes I was training, I had known her since before she was born, actually. They had gotten a diagnosis of Down syndrome, and then I began to serve them when she was born. And now this little girl was 14 years old, and she's doing great. But watching the mom and knowing that maybe we had a part of that, of empowering her. She was coaching her daughter as we had coached, her when her child was small. And it was a beautiful moment.
Oh, I bet. I mean, I think you can definitely take the word maybe out of that statement. You had an
Maybe.
impact on that because I feel like you can't have this type of relationship with a family, regardless of what that family looks like. If it's a kinship family or like the typical family, or if it's even like in a childcare, like school setting, like you're making a huge impact, not just on those children that you're seeing, but like probably like a huge ripple effect, especially in a school setting, like onto the other children, as well as the parents and the caregivers and the teachers and everything. So it's like, yeah, take the maybe out of that, Gina. Like, you're definitely showing parents how to do things, and how to properly support their children. So I love that. John, do you have any other questions for the ladies?
I guess those kids, like you say, you had to pick. Yeah, you had to pick them up and take them to the school, like a school. It's not daycare, right?
We don't pick them up; they're already there. Their parents.
Oh, they're already there.
Their parents bring them to school.
Oh, that's
and we
good.
Go there.
That's much better. Save on
better.
gas. That's good.
right. That's right.
Wonderful. Oh, why?
Right.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, how can the community support the program?
Follow us on social media.
Yes, I was
Big
gonna
time. Jen is our designated social media person for our early learning, and that is, I would say, the most
Help get
support.
the word out,
How we
yes.
get the word out, and
our social media for early learning includes tips every Tuesday for something related to children. It's a
And the
wide range of
season.
things. And the season, right. So, yeah, like follow,
Yeah,
share.
seasons too, so you're ahead of the game.
Right. Yeah. So, like, follow, share, all the things to get that word out. Support Waves. Yeah.
Know that we're here and that we can help you or a friend of yours.
Yeah. Help tell our story, share that with other people, that this is something that's out there. I think it's unfortunately kind of a well-kept secret. And some people don't know about developmental therapy and about waves until they need that. And so helping get the word out and making everybody more familiar with what we're doing, I think would be a great way to support us.
Is there anything that John and I did not ask that y'all definitely want to share and you want the listeners to know? Is there anything that we might have missed or glossed over too quickly?
Yeah, I would say just something we often talk about, maybe the more well-known diagnosis or something. And Jen mentioned this, like it could be a speech delay. And I often think sometimes people are hesitant to start services because of some preconceived notion or idea surrounding what we do. And I would say that there's absolutely no shame. We're truly here to help in any manner. And I would encourage any parent or caregiver or teacher to trust their gut and reach out.
Yeah, I've heard Gina say something, and you can say the correct way. I've heard you say something about if you're ever told wait and see.
Do not wait and see. Another thing I wanted to add too is if you're thinking about making a referral for your child or someone, our coming in and developmental therapy in general does not add more to your day. It just helps the caregiver maybe approach things a little differently. during the week, you're not going to stop and do what Jen said you had to do last Tuesday. You're going to incorporate these new strategies into what you would be doing otherwise. It's no more work. It just makes your maybe the chores you have to do might make it a lot easier.
When I said I'm going to leave them with a nugget of something to do, I'm glad you mentioned this, because it might be, how do we work on that strategy during a regular routine? You know, you're going to change your child's diaper anyway, so let's practice rolling every time you change that diaper. So it's not adding work. It's just a little tweak to how you're doing it that adds some practice, and it just becomes part of your natural routine. So that's a good point.
I love that because I feel like I know a lot of like moms or new moms. I'm not one personally, but like I feel like a recurring word in all of their lives is routine, and like routine is king. And so you follow that, because if you don't, then no one is happy. And so being able to incorporate it in something that you've already established or are trying to establish is really important. So that's I feel like it's good. You know,
I love to find a way to incorporate it into something that parent or caregiver will be doing anyway. They're going to be feeding, they're going to be bathing, they're going to be whatever.
they should be.
Well, they should be. Yes, that's an assumption. Right. So, but if we can work these strategies into those everyday things, then it just makes it easier for everybody.
Well, thank you, ladies. I feel like you've shared a lot of really valuable information about the early learning program. Do y'all have any questions for Johnny Sunshine?
What are you looking forward to? What's coming up? Seems like there's always something on your calendar of what's next.
Nothing unusual.
Oh, no summer plans?
Huh?
No summer plans?
Oh, well, I hang around Brookwood, and I go on rides and all that. Sometimes I do. I like picnics. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Every once in a while we're going to get one soon, maybe June 1st or before June 1st, something like May
that's
29th,
soon.
something like that. We're going to a picnic over there. Maddie, her name is Maddie in Brookwood.
Right?
Yep.
So you do have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big picnic on May 30th.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Wendy. Not Wendy. No, man. Man, Stacy. Yeah, thank you, Stacy. Yeah, that's what I mean. You invited.
That sounds fun.
If you want to come, I'd be glad to have you.
Yeah, our early learning team is invited.
Good.
We'll be
Great.
there.
Okay, good. That's
I know I will.
you're fine with what. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Do you have any other updates you want to share?
Huh?
Do you have any other updates you want to share with everybody?
Not really. I'll let you go riding around this state, boy. It's getting bigger and bigger. I like that. Go places, and I recognize anything so big. Feel like I'm in Timbuktu, you know? Yeah, I like that. I'll let you go places like that. Yeah, I do. I like play putt-putt. I gotta get around that, doing that too, pretty soon. Yeah, I will.
That's a fun thing.
Yeah, we will. I know where it's at. It's around the Cracker Barrel over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close
I
by.
said, we will. We'll get over there.
Nice.
And we're gonna have you at the picnic too. I'll be glad to.
Yeah, those are some great things to look forward to, John. Picnics and putt-putt.
Yes.
Well, ladies and John, thank you so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate not just being here today, but what you do on a daily basis. Like, you're truly making impacts in our community and our surrounding communities. And I truly believe that it has a ripple effect, and it will continue. Like, you're shaping generations to come. So thank you for all of that. What's up, John?
Jesus Christ love you, Jesus Christ love you, Jesus Christ love you, Jesus Christ love you, Jesus Christ love you. Make God go in your peace on your journey. And I like the audio.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to our last episode of this season. We'll see you next season. We'll take a short break. We really appreciate it. This is Waves of Awareness, and spread the positive.
Thanks for turning into another episode of Waves of Awareness. We are glad you are here. Till next time.
Waves of Awareness is a Waves Inc. podcast and made possible thanks to Spread the Positive, the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee, and Tennessee's Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. For more information, visit us online at www.wavesinc.com/podcast.